Hello, beautiful people and fellow winers, and welcome to another episode of A Little Something to Wine About with me, Chevaun Camille.
And A Michelle.
And this, if you didn't know, if you're listening, this is our first Wine in Color, which means that if you go to YouTube, you will see us for this episode.
Yes.
Been a long time in the making. 6 episodes in, we figured why not show the people what we look like beyond a Bitmoji. So here we are.
Absolutely. If this is your first time here, welcome, like she said. And just to give you a little brief about us, we are what, Chevaun? What are we?
We are just two women who sip wine.
Yep.
And discuss various topics. So we have done, if you've been with us, then you know, we did an interview of each other in the first episode. The second was about family. The second was about friendship and adulthood.
Friendships, yes.
The third was about family, how close is too close. The fourth was travel.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. So if you haven't
last week
with us on those, by all means, go to the page or wherever your podcasting platforms are. Feel free to visit and listen to those as well. We just like to whine a little about, just life, love, relationships, personal growth, the whole 9 yards. That's just to give you a little bit about who we are. But moving on, so today, we call this episode Wine in Color. Ta-da! Because you get to see us.
Exactly. So this is new for us. We are venturing into this world. And if you listened last week, we talked about journey to fitness. And this week we are talking about beauty. So this is part of our Beauty Suite series, and we will always wine in color when we talk about beauty in the Beauty Suite. So
right, no matter what you choose to wear, what you choose not to, just know that you are beautiful on the inside and out. But in reference to this episode, we will actually be talking about makeup. You take notice, we are done up. This is our versions of done up. We are not professional makeup artists, although I am published as a makeup artist, which is so crazy to me, so weird. But we do our own things. We're not professionals. We try it. If we think it looks good, we rock with it. So while we're discussing this today, Chevaun, tell us what is your wine of choice?
So my wine for this first Beauty Suites, where we talk about makeup, is from the McBride Sisters collection, Black Girl Magic, their Riesling.
Black Girl Magic.
Yeah. I haven't had any of theirs. I have this and their rosé, and neither bottle was open in my refrigerator. So I figured, why not?
Why not?
So here we are. And we're going to try it in my favorite glass. I drink and I know things.
Period. We love you.
I think I know a lot. Probably no less than I think I do, but I'm going to tell you what I do know.
I'm going to tell you what I know.
I'm going to tell you what I do.
And that's what we're going to do about beauty today. We're going to tell you what we know. We're going to tell you what we know.
And I know very little, so just y'all be prepared right now, okay? Michelle.
You know more than what you think you do.
I could do this basic light slap. That's what I could do.
The light slap. Okay. For those who don't know, how everybody holler, "Oh, I beat my face X, Y, and Z." She says she lightly slaps it. Crazy, but I'm gonna go with it with you. But anyway, my wine of choice in my wonderful blinged out glass, because anybody who knows me knows I'm all about the bling. And no, it don't have to be real as long as it's cute. But anyway, I am drinking Cavit Rosé. It says limited edition. How limited is this? I'm not sure. platform. I'm not.
Look,
Because,
no
you know,
shade
people
to
will claim
Cabot, but
things
y'all
that is
aren't really limited. Like
right.
y'all not
And
an
so
exclusive.
we'll see. But this is what the bottle looks like. I chose this actually because it was the one that I saw that stood out to me for no real reason, to be honest with you. And I said, oh, well, we'll go with this one. I never had it before. And for me, that's what part of this podcast is. Yes, we whine about life, but we also like to try new wines, to explore new things. And that's what I'm doing. So I try to grasp, and being though that there are tons of wines out there, I'm sure I have not had a third of them. I'm just going to start grabbing things and trying it and see what I like and see what I don't. So far, I want to say what I've been about a
This
60,
would
40.
be, yeah, this is 6. So
Yeah, we haven't had any of some wines that we were just like, oh my God, this is trash.
yeah, everything thus far has been at least a 3. We've had no 2s, we've had no 1s, we've had 3s out of 5s.
Yeah.
Up until this point.
Yeah. So far, so good. Look, there are plenty we haven't gotten to yet, but so far, so good. So cheers to that. Okay, that wasn't a bad first taste.
No, that was a good first. That was a good first impression.
That was a very good first impression. We'll get to that later. Chevaun, so tell me, how long? Because I know with your light slap, you haven't been wearing makeup that long, but how long has it been?
I really don't wear makeup, so I wore makeup for dance because recitals, end of the year stuff, you have to do that. I actually walked in a runway show, I remember as a kid, and it wasn't even that I was tall. They grabbed people from the dance studio. I don't remember how that happened. It was for the Gap though, like back in the 90s, and of course they beat your face for that. They slap makeup all on you. But in my day-to-day, I am not a makeup girl. And I think that for those who don't know, if you're new, I've talked about, my childhood full of bullying, not really in detail. That's a wine for another time. We may talk about bullying, but I think it kind of surprises people because a lot of people who are bullied tend to run and like slap makeup on their face as soon as possible. And I just didn't. And I think I've always been, because I'm more of a thinker. I think my thing was always, look, I'm a good person. So either you like me for that or you don't. Also, as much as I was bullied in school, people always ran to me when they needed a report done, when they had group projects. You know what I mean? So I realized, smart kid. Hello, I was, Hey,
look, I commend anybody. I don't think I was the smart kid, but I was smart enough. I'll put it that way.
I was always the top 3. More than not, I was the top 1. So, hey, but I didn't have, but that's a wine for another time. Anyway, so as far as makeup is concerned, I really don't. I think, and you and I have had this conversation before, like my girliness has been evolving over the past 10, 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still not there. And so this is just concealer and foundation. And I think the one thing I always did have though, like even in high school, I would have lip gloss or lipstick.
First of all, in high school, that's all my mother would allow.
And then that becomes the other thing. But I wasn't really trying to wear anything else. But there also comes down either.
To. But I definitely understand. But these kids nowadays, compared to when we were in school, girl, hunty, they got a makeup artist than I am with my 35 plus self. And I'm looking at them like, oh my goodness. Had I walked out the house looking like that, my mother would have beat me.
It would have been, where are you going? Why are you so grown? What is this? But I didn't do that. I had lip gloss or lip, like, and it wasn't even really the lipstick. It was like the kid, like it wasn't kid stuff, but it was the lower grade. Or I did eyes. And that's because,
lip smackers.
And that's exactly it. I did lip stuff and eye stuff from the beauty supply store. And I had the eye crayon. And that's because this girl, Latoya, hey Toya, she would come with, the sparkle, the crayon, the thick one. And I was like, I like that. So I bit her style. We both would, at the time, we were both rocking the individual braids with curls, like with the curly individuals. And we both had glasses. We were about the same complexion. Hello. And so when she came, I was like, oh, I like that eyeline. Like, I like that even behind glasses, you can see her eyes. And I've always been an eye person. Like, to me, the most beautiful women in the world are Indian or Bengali. And I'm going to tell you why. As a general group, and this is a huge generalization, but as a general group, their eyes are huge. And I went to school with Indians and Bengalis, and I was just always like, even without all the, and then they put eyeliner on that just, baby, you just had to slay the rest of us like that. You just had to, because they don't need it. Their eyes are like, and yes, the big, when people talk about like the big baby doll, like the seductive big, that's them. And I have always loved eyes, like on women and whatever. I'm not, but whatever. I've always liked big eyes when it comes to women. I think that is an attractive feature. I think that it is gorgeous. I don't really, even guys, but not like the bug eyes. I think that there's a line here, and that's not really
a evenness.
Yeah, eyes
I don't want you to look at me like the Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, eyes is not what pulls me toward a guy at all. But what I consider beautiful on women are large eyes. And so I always have been like, my makeup was eyeliner, the glitter eyeliner, maybe some eyeshadow. I got really good at doing a smoky eye in college. Like, couldn't tell me nothing. That was all I could do. I can't do anything else, but I could smoke an eye from here to the end of time. That's
completely opposite of me.
That was what I could do. I could smoke an eye. Matter of fact, around the time I met you, 2008, I was smoking eyes. If you ever look at our old pictures, that's it.
I feel like I'm remembering that. Yeah, that is true.
That's it.
Because I think I remember, I'd be like, Chevaun, she was a girl, I'm about to do the smoky eye. And I'd be like, yeah, I can't do the smoky eye. I love the smoky eye. I just can't do it on myself.
Right.
And I feel like, of course, with more practice, definitely, like, I'm so bad at the smoky eye that to the point where, you know how you watch when you're like really you want to go for a certain look and you go, okay, I'm gonna go on YouTube and pull up a tutorial. And so you find one that you like and you're like, oh, okay, cool, great. And then she goes, yes, and in your crease, girl, do you know how long it took me to find my crease? I was like, wait, this is my bone, but that don't feel like, oh, there go the bone, but where the bone is, because it's tissue right there, that's fat. Then I was like, okay, wait, with my lid don't look like her. So then I found out, oh, there's a thing called a folding lid. And I was like, what? Do I have that? So I think I have that. I'm still not 100% sure on if I have it or not, but I'm going to go with yes, you do. Because I just feel like my eyes are meaty. I never like the what is that? The cat eye. Yeah, I don't like the cat eye liner. That's not at all.
I don't understand why people do it to where it's like the end of your eye and your eyebrow touch. Why is that a thing? I don't like that. And I know that's winging more so than the cat, but I don't. People go too far.
A cat.
People go too far. Like, dude, the original
you remember? Cat, not to cut you off. Do you remember when they had? Well, it was like this eyebrow wiggly eye trend for like a hot 2 seconds. When I saw that, I immediately was like, Jesus, please don't let this catch on because this is just foolish. And it went away just as fast as it came. It went away. So
people do too much. They go too far. But so anyway, that's my thing. Was most of my life has been lips and eyes, and then I just started doing my light slap, which is natural. I am all about the natural look. Even when I was modeling for the year that I was modeling, I don't mind if somebody else is going to beat my face, but I, Chevaun Camille, will not ever be buying that much makeup. I'm not spending that much money. I'm not spending that much money, and I'm not spending that much time. Our apologies, beautiful people and fellow whiners. There's a storm going on where I am. So, internet drops in Zoom, but we are back.
Yes.
We are back.
Yes. But you were saying you are not spending.
I am not spending money, nor am I spending that time to beat my face. Somebody else wants to do that, by all means. But I believe in the 5-minute slap or the 5-minute beats if you want to. And that's it. Like anything over 5 minutes is too long. 7, because you know what? 7 is the number of completion. So if you can't do this in 7, if I can't do it in 7 minutes,
wow.
I'm not doing it.
Okay. Well,
because God said no.
Biblical.
God said no. After 7, God said, "Is your highlighters not there? Your contour ain't right. It's 7, baby. You're done."
Done. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Let me tell y'all, I have had the pleasure of being her makeup artist for a photo shoot. And I laughed because it was just an experience trying to put liner on this here young lady.
I got idiosyncrasies.
It was an adventure. Whew, was it? It was an adventure to the point where I was like, you know what? You do it. Because
I don't trust people enough, ladies, everybody of the jury and gallery, whiners from around the world. I don't trust enough people to close. I don't trust people enough to close my eyes for too long. And it's my sister, but I still am like,
she was like not having it.
How do I watch you with my eyes closed? That's what I'm trying to figure out in my head.
Oh goodness. She was like, yeah, no. How did I start wearing? I pretty much started the same way that you started as far as my makeup. For a long time, especially because middle school was just a no. I was still too young. In high school, it was literally liner and lip gloss. And because I did not have a steady hand, to this day, I still don't have a steady hand all the time. Like me and liner, we still be boxing. Like for real, like type boxing. I get upset sometimes because this eye I'd be like, ooh, this eye's great. Other side, it'd be like, it's much too thick. And I'm like, oh crap, now I gotta try to make this one look like that one. Before I know it, I end up having a whole black eye that I wipe off. It don't come out right. I'm upset. It's a whole thing. Me and liner have a love-hate relationship, okay? But in middle school, my mom, she didn't do makeup. Like, their makeup was foundation, some powder, and some blush, lipstick, and they rock out, but my mom wasn't even a makeup person, so I didn't really have anyone to sit down and teach me like makeup. So what I did learn from her is eyeliner, waterline. So where my lips, I figured out my lips, but my waterline eyeliner, that bad boy would be so much on point. I could do a waterline like I won't nobody business. I'm just trying to tell you, I would tweak that line and be like, hey, I'm cute. Put on some lip gloss and I'm straight. I wasn't a lipstick wearer. Still, I'm not really a lipstick wearer. I think I might have a total of 7 lipsticks. And don't ask me how long I've had that. That's where we're going to leave that.
That's another thing.
Now, at one point, because I was heavy into modeling and we did not always have a makeup artist, right. I did start to invest time and money into makeup because I was like, oh, this is something I'm going to do. I need to be able to be self-sufficient. So at that point in time, YouTube was becoming the big thing. So I was like, woo! So I was watching like Beat Face, honey. That was my chick.
I do remember her.
Tatiana Ward.
I don't even care for makeup, but I did watch some of hers because her energy.
Like that was my girl. So from just watching her tips, I started to get into it a lot more because I started to have to do photo shoots. And anybody who knows me, I did the what I call the Instagram model thing before it was the Instagram model thing. So I'm probably one of the people who helped pave the way secretly, like underground. You don't really know about her too tough. But I was in that first wave of that. So that's how I really started to like get into it. But for me getting into it, I started to get more into skincare. So from that, I was like, oh, because I don't have perfect skin. Like my skin is trash sometimes. So I would get breakouts. So I would have to find, oh, well, why am I breaking out? What can I get to clean my pores out real good? So from that, I started getting into skincare. So it was kind of hand-in-hand thing. I now more so dabble in it. I threw away, I want to say, a good brick of makeup because I just wasn't doing it anymore. That wasn't the lifestyle that I was living where I had to do it anymore. So once I realized that wasn't what I was doing anymore, girl, I stopped practicing. So one thing with makeup is like, it's not, oh, once you know how to ride a bike, you get right back on it. Baby, you got to practice.
Because things are always changing, forever changing. Because makeup still falls under an art form. And so with art, anything artistic is forever, ever evolving and changing. And I will say,
yeah, because blending,
yeah,
honey, when I was doing it, blending, it was a thing, but it wasn't a big thing. But now, if you ain't blending, you not doing makeup.
And what I notice now too is they do this whole, all of this is, yeah, I don't,
the contour.
I don't like that look.
Techniques
but it's gone.
Have changed. Yes. They've even changed from the very beginning. I mean, but again, I get it. The highlight, girl, I remember when everybody started to highlight. I remember when highlight what? So it was like things that makeup artists, people went to school for, those type professional tips started to leak out. So now you have all these regular people looking with practice, looking like they're professionals because they know a lot of the tips and techniques that the professionals know. Because we didn't know about highlighting and contouring. That wasn't our thing. We just thought it was throw some foundation on some line, basic stuff. But just makeup in itself has evolved, just the quality of makeup, and things like that. Like now think about all the different brands we have now and that all are actually household names.
And all the stuff that's now going like natural, because let's not forget that part of the reason, I know my mother wasn't a makeup wearer either. And I think that's part of the reason why in her 60s, her skin is amazing because she did it. And I think I was blessed to have, quote unquote, I have good skin. I think I have good skin. I have normal, like when we went to, also she was like, do you have oily or dry? And I was like, and you were like, neither. She has good skin. Part of it, I think, is because I didn't wear makeup. All I did was like proactive and the stuff, that you do on my nephew's face. It was that. I really didn't do makeup. But I will say, I think as secrets leaked, as far as makeup goes, and people learning to do it themselves, there is a difference on doing it on yourself and doing it on somebody else. Now, I was never going to learn it, but I would always call you. Like there were a couple of times I was like, Michelle, Tae, I got a photo shoot. I need you to do this because I'm not going to.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No, I get it.
And I trusted you to do my face in a way that I was going to like without me having to then sit first and go through, okay, well, let's try different stuff. If I came to you and I was like, look, it's a dance shoot outside, or you know what, we doing like a nude shoot for Halloween. That's it. It would be, I know what colors you like. I know what colors look good on you. And that to me is an art. And that is a talent, because there may be a lot of people who can do makeup and they may do YouTube tutorials, but that does not mean that they can do it on other people. There is a talent to being a makeup artist.
Oh, absolutely. Little do you know, like I've done quite a few people's makeup, and I'm gonna be honest with you, every time I was nervous. I was like, Jesus, I am not a professional. Please help your child I'm not trying to set nobody up because I don't want nobody setting me up. I know how that feels, and I'm always want to go, hey, wait, look at this. You like this? Yes? No? Yeah. Well, we need to change. Girl, makeup wipes is my best friend. Okay? Because I'm quick to tell you, like, even as I mentioned before, I got published in, I can't even think of the name of the magazine, as a makeup artist. First of all, the young lady, gorgeous, deep dark brown skin, so even. I didn't have to do much to her face. Mm-hmm. Period. All I tried to do was just to accentuate what she already had. And when I say even, gorgeous, like, I was like, I wish my skin looked like this. And I've had makeup artists to tell me, you don't have bad skin. You might have breakouts, but you don't have bad skin. Like, you're not, for the most part, you're pretty normal. You know, your breakouts are for reasons. They're not just, you like, this is a problem. So it was that, and to hear that in itself, I was just like, oh, okay, cool. But I am recording to bring it back.
But to hear that in and of itself
but to hear that my skin was good, I was like, oh, okay, cool, thank you. Relief to me, thank you, God. Something is right, because especially when you model, you see so many things and you think something's wrong. So to hear that your skin was actually, good, it was a compliment and a woo to me. But yeah, I just did my best to accentuate what she already had. So the fact that it got published, even in something small, to me, I was like, oh, okay. It still didn't make me go, I'm a makeup artist. I was just like, yay.
Right.
I left it at that. Outside of my friends, girl, I let somebody come to me, like, girl, I'm gonna pay you to do my makeup. I'm like, baby. Let's direct you to a professional. I appreciate it, but what I won't do, I'm just not in that place. And I wouldn't feel comfortable taking somebody's hard-earned money or giving money, and that's not my field, when I know there are plenty of artists out there who will gladly do it, and do it well, and to the point where I'm like, ooh, yes,
right.
But that's how that. So since you're new to this, what are your favorite products?
I don't think I have any favorite products.
Okay. How about brands? Between products and brands, like, who you gonna go with first? Like, which way you gonna sway? I know you mentioned I'm not paying all that money, but still, like, for some people, all that money can be CVS, because CVS ain't all the time cheap.
No, because it depends on what they're carrying in CVS. That is very true.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, what's your favorite brands? Like, if you had a choice, like, tell me what you got? What you got?
I don't know. Okay, so so story time for those in wine lands. So we knew we were going to do this wine and color.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't hang makeup. Like, I don't do that. I don't got that. That's not me. I don't have that thing. So we went to, first of all, let's talk about the fact I was supposed to go to Ty A's house because she said, I've got some color correcting creams in my house. Why don't you just come over and look at them? I said, cool, fine. I'll come this weekend. That was like a Tuesday. We had this conversation. I meet her. Okay. And I meet her and Ma at like Target. And she like, all right, come on, we're going to go to the mall.
It was
Marshall's. Go to whatever, Marshall's, Target. They sell the same thing. They in the same price range. We went to, that's not where we went. We just met there. but we wound up going to some mall in Annapolis, and I was
Annapolis
like,
Mall.
yeah. So we went to Sephora. That's the point. We went to Sephora and went. They matched me. Beautiful match in Laura Mercier, or I'm gonna call her Mercier. Laura Mercier, wonderful match. Till I looked at that price. I'm not paying $49.99 for concealer, people, or foundation. I'm not paying.
It was moisturizing.
It wasn't that. It was a moisturizing tint. Thank you.
It was a
I'm
moisturizing
not
tint.
paying $49.99 for a moisturizing tint.
Hold on. But first of all, I asked her before I said, "What's your budget? Like, where are we on this?" So when she was like, "I don't even want to be in here anyway," so whatever.
My budget is inexpensive, but looks good. Okay, I think that's most people right there. So I wasn't trying to spend a lot, and I knew I wasn't going to do anything around MAC ranges. Okay, I'm definitely not. So anything Laura Mercier was too much. So we wound up going to Ulta. And actually, everything I got out of Ulta. And my mom's been going to Ulta because she gets her skincare stuff there, not makeup, but her skincare. So I knew about Ulta, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know, it's like a makeup department store, basically. So that's fine. I will say when I started doing this, looking into makeup, I really was looking for Black-owned brands. And we will talk about the business of beauty, and that's a wine for another time. But I was looking for that because I do believe in supporting that in entrepreneurs and businesses to get them going. But I also believe in getting stuff that's healthy for your skin. I'm that person that I'm like, okay, what's it made of and who makes it? Both are equally important to me because I like my skin and I would like to continue to like my skin. So right now, I think, and then I had to look at the makeup that I'd had before. So what I will say, the brands that I have are e.l.f. I like e.l.f. Hello. NYX, as I call it, aka NYX. I call it NYX. I like them. And I haven't tried it yet, but I like their colors. I like the lip bar colors. Again, as someone
lip bar. That's
lip
the
bar.
brand name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Black owned.
That's a new one for me. I haven't.
Oh, they've been coming up on my Instagram suggestions for like a year before I even
got you know
them
makeup. Algorithms now.
But before I even looked at makeup, they were popping up, and they're Black, and that's probably why, because I was looking at Black owned businesses for a while.
Right,
so
I'm gonna say, but the algorithms now that we're talking about it, you know, people be listening and stuff. It'll pop up now.
Right, but the lip bar it's a Black owned company, and they do lipstick. Like that's how they started. They also have foundations and all that, but I'm not really interested in that from them. Not gonna lie, but they have really nice shades of lip. So does Mented. They do lip stuff too. Like, you know, I'm a lip and eye person, so that's where I look. But I have the concealer I have is Clinique, and I actually don't have an issue with Clinique. I had a Clinique moisturizer at one point that I got for like a birthday gift from Sephora that I loved. It was awesome sauce. But my go-to brands would be e.l.f. and NYX right now. Yeah, those are the big.
Those are pretty good brands.
But not for. I'll post on Instagram and on the website. You'll see all of my products. I will post there. In addition to my face, how I
I'll post. Yeah, we can post mine as well. But no, those are not bad brands. Let me tell you, when I first started doing the whole makeup thing, CVS was my best friend. I was Black Radiance, NYX. They didn't have as much variety now then as they have now. NYX is definitely been on the come up, and so is e.l.f. because e.l.f. was small too, and they shot up as well and increased their thing. So I'm a fan of both of those. And even though I have graduated in some of the quote unquote quality of products as far as foundations and stuff for myself, don't get it twisted. I got plenty of e.l.f. I have plenty of NYX or NYX. I have some brands that I don't even know the name. And And that's because I am not opposed to trying different things from different people. I haven't gone. I didn't do all the research into finding all the Black owned companies. I didn't do all that. I literally my favorite. Let's put it this way. My favorite products right now that I am using for myself are Fenty Beauty and Pat McGrath. As far as my foundation, I do know Pat McGrath is
I mean, that's
nice.
mother, as they call her. That's mother.
Yeah, that's money.
That's mother. She
That was
started a
an
lot of the
investment.
stuff. Yeah.
That was an investment that I made, and I have quite a few. And I say a few, I mean a few, like two.
That's a couple. A couple is two.
Okay, well, a couple products from that product line, Pat McGrath. And I will say I do recognize the difference in the quality of the products. But just the same way I have that, my Fenty, hunty, I will put that. I had the tinted moisturizer, I had the foundation. At some point, I had the concealer. Like, first of all, Rihanna is my boo thing. Like, I don't. Rihanna is my boo thing. So when she came out with her thing, I was like, I'm on it. And then the fact that it was actually
good,
great quality,
right,
for a nice price. It's not as expensive as Pat McGrath, but it's, for me, I was like, I can see me investing this amount of money regularly, if that makes sense. Pat McGrath, it was going to be, this is occasional.
Right.
And it better
special occasions.
Yes. So I definitely understand, but I have like Charlotte Tilbury. Like, I have quite a few
different. But it makes sense to have balance. And I mean, and you and I were talking when we went to Ulta that you need that balance. Like, it makes sense, especially unless you're really balling like that. You're going to have some products that are top shelf, and you're going to have some products that are bargain, and it's not cheap, it's bargain.
It's just,
there should still be good quality.
I'm not investing umpteen dollars on a liner. I know some people that will pay for a good liner. I'm not. I know some people that will pay for a great mascara. Let me tell you, as somebody who used to do lashes, a lot of these mascaras have steroids and everything else, and you wonder why your lash line gets weak. Oh, this is painful when I move my lashes and things like that. It's because, check your mascara. It's probably the mascara that you're putting on your lashes, because this is still hair on your face. So you still have to be careful with that. And with me doing lashes and studying and going through that whole process, I learned a lot about just mascara in general. So for me, a lot of the cheaper, and I say cheaper because that's what a lot of them are, the cheaper brands that aren't quite waterproof, they do smudge a little. I would prefer to wear those, one, because I know they're going to come off. Right. I can clean my face.
Yes.
I don't have to worry about the leftover residue. And it's not as much of a steroid in there. Like, those things to say 3 times its volume. What are you putting in that to make the volume?
What's causing that volume? What? Exactly.
And it's not just you building it up, because that's part of that thing. It's not a buildup. So there's something else in this that's giving me that. You don't need all that. For real, if you need that, go get fake lashes. And that's a whole nother topic. We're going to talk about wine on a whole nother day. Lash health. Because, baby, I need to school you all who are out there still going to these Asians to get your lashes done. Babies, stop.
There's a reason stuff is cheap. And I'm not talking bargain. I'm not talking affordable. I'm talking cheap. And a lot of cheap stuff.
If you are paying $30 for lash extensions, stop. You are going to hurt yourself. Period. That's why you look like a cancer patient. If none of your friends told you, it's not cute. I'm going to tell you, No way, no how. I don't care what Asian you get to do it. It's not cute. Period. I said what I said. I meant it. Don't at me. That's just how I feel. Anyway.
But that comes back to, but no, that comes back to what I was saying about while I was looking for Black owned businesses, and I'm still trying to stay affordable, not cheap, affordable. I'm also looking at what's in this. What is in this? And as somebody who's not, if I don't know makeup, but I do know that I can always look. Let me tell you what, if you can look up anything else, you can look up the ingredients you're putting on your face, that you're putting on your hair, that you're putting in your body. This in Beauty Suite, we're going to talk about it all. Health, hair, face, all of that. And what you're doing, what you're putting on definitely affects all of that. So you have to think, oh, my lashes are thin because the liner you're putting on, the mascara you're putting on, what's in it? Oh, my hair is falling out. Are you putting sulfates in it? Like, ask yourself, oh, my eyebrows are coming off. What is the pencil doing this? Can't continue.
Is the brow gel doing it?
Is the brow gel? Do you have an allergy? Honestly, it may not even necessarily be the product per se. It could be you have an allergy.
And that has happened as well. And it can be an allergy that developed over time.
Yes. So it's very important.
And I'm speaking from the esthetician point of view. It can be an allergy that developed over time. You now know how many clients that I had faithfully coming to get lashes, to the point where I was like, what is really going on, to the point where they couldn't get lashes anymore. I changed products. I changed tools, went through extra specialty things. It just became an allergy. Changed everything. Glue, lashes, sealant, everything. They just, it was an allergy that developed. They couldn't wear them anymore. Heartbreaking, but they couldn't wear them anymore. And I had to tell them, baby, you're going to have to do a strip. Because what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to continue to do your lashes knowing you have an allergy.
But our bodies are ever changing. Like, and that's the thing that people need to remember is we are living organisms, all parts of you. Your intestines, your organs, your kidneys, your lashes, your eyebrows, your hair falls and grows. If it can grow, it's alive.
Right.
So if it can grow or die, it's alive. That by definition, you can't die if you're not alive. So
exactly.
You have to continue to realize that as you grow and things change, you're not going to be the same height that you were at 5. You're not going to be the same weight that you were at 7. Your hair may not be the same length or texture. Your face may go from dry to oily to the T-zone to
hormones
normal.
Kick in.
Hormones, everything else is important when it comes to skincare or just body care in general, just self-care and self-awareness.
Right. So real quick, tell me, give me 2 of your favorite looks.
Natural.
Just one.
And smoky eye glam. Not that big stage makeup drag queen glam, but like just a solid eye glam, basically.
Got you. No, I understand. Look, if we as dancers, if we know nothing else, we know the difference between stage makeup.
Yeah, I don't want
and just your regular
stage makeup is stage makeup so that people, and this is what was told unto me when I started doing it. People can see you from the balcony. That's what anybody was like. They don't need to see you from the balcony
right now,
walking down the street.
That's what everybody is preparing for. I had to tell people, these little high school girls that's walking around looking like they photo shoot ready. Baby, by the time you're 25,
your skin,
you're gonna need to be photo shoot ready anytime you step out the house if you don't take proper care of your skin. Because you should not at this young age be packing all that stuff in your pores. But I digress. But this is something that your parents should be telling you too. But again, I digress. My favorite looks, I would say I love natural. I am one of those people who I love like your very basic, very, like you said, liner and lip gloss, basic, natural. And for me, that's the summertime. I'm going to the pool, liner and lip gloss, cool. And maybe a little mascara, depending on if I'm going to the pool or not. If I'm going to the pool, I'm not wearing mascara. It'll get in your eye, dummy. I don't care what it says. Stop wearing makeup to the pool. Okay. And so it's that basic, and then it's the glam natural. Like, I know she got on makeup, but that thing, it just flows. My favorite YouTuber right now, her name is, I hope I'm saying it right. Her name is Andrea. I love her. We're foundation twins. We and that in itself was amazing to find somebody on YouTube that's actually your foundation twin. So now you know that the products and the shades that they're using, you can actually use. But I love her, and she has introduced some things on her YouTube page, you know, with me following her and her tutorials and things like that. She's introduced things, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna go get that. And honey, when I say that it made, I was like, oh, this was the look I was looking for. Okay, cool. I promise you. I mean, there are some things that she does that I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stick to the way I do my thing. But this right here and that right there, I got you. I'm going to go get it. And the thing I like about her is she does both. She does high end and she does drugstore brand. So she's also, to me, that made it real. That made, look, I'm all for the high end, but let me tell you, at one point in time, I couldn't do high end. And this is comparable to this and this. And so I love her for that. But those are my favorite two looks. I don't mind like the full-blown extravagant
the red carpet look,
red carpet, that whole thing when it's necessary, but it's not a fave. It's not a fave of mine. It's like I have to really be like going somewhere or feeling it to be like, ooh, yes. But yes, I love natural. Natural to me, especially the older you get, I feel like the older you get, the more you want to look like you.
Versus, and that might be it. That might be it. At being 30, mid-30s, well, almost mid-30s, early 30s, about to hit mid-30s. I wasn't, and not being a makeup person anyway, like I don't want all of that. I don't want you to look, and even to me in person, a lot of stuff on camera looks great, but in person it looks caked, it looks packed, it looks bad. And I don't want anybody to ever come up to me. I don't want to look at myself in the mirror and see the layer and see a layer. I don't, a light, you know, oh, you got something on, could be lotion, could be a tinted moisturizer. It should, to me, always look like a tinted moisturizer. That's the look I want.
Yeah. I definitely, I agree. I agree. And cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
So this is actually good. Now that our glasses are almost empty.
Well, my glass is empty, but you know.
Excuse me, my glass is, I feel like I am behind. So tell us about your wine. What's your wine review for today?
So the Black Girl Magic Riesling. It was good. You know what? This was really good. It was a true Riesling, so it's a semi-sweet. I'm trying to look and say what it says. Black owned, women owned, vintners and sisters. Oh, that's right. They are sisters. Our Riesling has notes of apricot, honey, and jasmine on the nose that transition into a mouth-watering sweet and sour medley of guava, pineapple, and citrus.
Okay.
I think it's the apricots and the honey and the guava citrus.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I feel like it might, the guava mix might be like,
like that's what's making it sweet, because it's not, but it's not overpowering. This is actually very good. Like this is a solid 4.
Wow.
I'll give this a 4. Actually, you know what? I will give this a 4.25.
Woo!
This has probably become up there with Chateau Saint Michel as like my favorite Riesling. Like it's really good. Like I really recommend this if you're going to looking for a Riesling to try the McBride Sisters Black Girl Magic Riesling.
I feel like I'm gonna have to go get that tomorrow.
It's not because it's not a hit you. It's got you don't taste the sour until after, but it's not like a kick, like like the sweet and sour.
It's subtle.
It's subtle. It's not like the candy, the sweet and sour stuff where it's that. All I can think of is the commercial with the sour, the
Sour
one,
Patch
the little
Kids?
No, the little gummy that was like hitting people and then would hug them after, or like set somebody's car on fire and then would hug them.
Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, that was a Sour Patch Kid. Oh, okay. I just know the commercials. I don't really eat candy, so I had no clue. But it's not. I'm sorry if you heard my dog shaking. But it's not that. It's really good. So I definitely 4.25. I really thought we were only doing 0.5 increments.
That is great. You guys, we have crossed a whole threshold. The fact that she went over to the fours, that's an awesome.
Like I'm really tempted to get us a 4.5. Like I really like this. Like and legit. Like I legit like this. Like you know what? I'm gonna do it. I commit to the 4.5.
Oh wow. Well, there you have it. The 4.5, which is now the highest rating of any wine on A Little Something to Wine About.
Well, no, because I gave Malvasia di Casorso a 4.5 too, because that's my favorite wine.
I thought you okay.
Episode 1.
Well, we have a tie.
yeah. But this I get is.
Well, we have a tie. We still looking for that 5 glass wine.
Yeah, I'm looking for the 5 glass. This ain't there. It's almost
it's not there yet, but it ain't there. We almost there. Okay. Cabot. I'm not a big rosé drinker. I got it because it was pink. It's fun. It's a little sparkly. I don't really like sweet, so Moscato was out of the question for me. I feel like at some point I will do a Moscato, but I felt like for this, I was feeling more rosy. Yes, I am a lot extra. But I would have to give this a 3.
Really? I mean, I can kind of tell because yeah.
And matter of fact, it might be a 2.75.
Listen, we cannot do the 0.75s, the 0.25s. Either it's a 3. Either it's half.
Okay, well, I don't want to give it a 2. I mean, I could, but I feel like I would be being rude.
Listen, but however you feel is how you feel. We're not doing this for people's feelings.
But listen. I don't think it's a 2 rating.
Then give it 2.5. You got 2.5 or 3, but you can't do 2.75. Stop trying to be nice.
Okay, then 2.5.
Okay, and that is the lowest rating thus far.
Yeah, and I'll put it at that because 1, I'm not a big rosé fan. This, it's not sweet, which I didn't expect it to be. No, I expect it to be slightly sweeter because it is a rosé,
right?
But because of that, it's not. So I think that's part of the rating is my expectation. It's just not.
It's a limited edition too. That's crazy.
Right. It's not limited edition worthy to me. First taste was like, oh, okay, cool. I feel like this is a good, I'm walking around a cocktail party sip wine. So, those wines, you don't really go back for seconds and thirds.
You hold that glass all night.
You hold that glass and you sip it all night. So that's what this is to me. This is I'm going to hold this glass and sip it.
That's one of those, you at a function with people you don't like or you don't trust, and you like, I'm going to get this one glass.
And this about to be my friend.
That's it. The whole night.
And that's what this is. Pretty color. I love the color actually. It's just, it's okay. It's matte, which is probably why I didn't finish the glass, because normally I think I do a good job with finishing for the most part. I think so. And I don't do a heavy pour either, especially with everything else that I'm doing. Yeah, but that's definitely I would say my overall rating for this wine. That's my wine rating for this wine. And that's where I am going to put
and that. We will leave that there. We will leave that there. We will put the cork back in that bottle and leave that right there.
It's not even a cork.
Well, this was not a cork either, but I feel you.
And I want to, you know what? When we get someone on the show that, like, I can't think of the proper term for them. It's like a Samoan, something.
Doubting it's a Samoan. That's an entire. You gonna bring the rock? You gonna bring the rock on the show? I'll be here for that.
Look, if you want to,
I got some questions.
Baby, come on, I'm gonna talk to you. I got
questions.
I'm married, but I got a sister.
He's married too. What
he is?
Yeah, he's remarried.
Girl, I'm not a star person. I don't know.
I only keep up with a very few, and he's one just because I know he had a daughter. Anyway, we off topic.
Yeah, we digress. But bringing it back, it's something that the wine experts are called. I heard it at the wine tasting. I just forgot the name of it. But that's something that I would like to ask. Is it a difference, like a true difference between a corked wine and like a bottle with like a screw top? So I'm sure it's something that we can look up, but I love to hear from a professional.
I mean, I feel like that would get more questions. So it makes sense to have someone here. So when I have my follow-up, they're already there to answer and I don't have to keep going down.
I ain't gotta keep reading.
That is good. Right.
Oh, okay. Well, guys and ladies, our fellow winers, this brings us to the end of this wonderful beauty episode of A Little Something to Wine About. We would like to thank you for joining us for this episode, and this has been your host, Taya Michelle.
And Chevaun Camille.
So don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Look for us on our website at alittlesomethingtowineabout.com, as well as follow us on Instagram. And that's at A Little Something to Wine About. Again, A Little Something, the number 2, Wine About. And that's our IG page. We just love to hear from you. What are your beauty tips? What are some of the products that you're using? Please tell us. We love to hear what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you're drinking. We love to hear from you. Just talk to us. And remember,
there's nothing wrong with a little wine.